Hello, everybody! It's me, Carmine DeStefano, the Bookman. I have said before that I am a male feminist, but I do have an extreme lust for the feminine form. So I thought in tribute to the video game women that I really wish existed, I would have my top 10 in particular order of those fine ladies I wish were really here. Now, I'm privy to a more independent, powerful type, not some mindless fan service eye candy. So, chuck Bennett off the list immediately. I'm also talking just video game women, no comic book crossovers. Sorry, Rogue, Wonder Woman, Psylocke, Catwoman, and so on. Oh, and no goddesses. My apologies, God of Warcast. Before I begin, a verbal disclaimer to the woman that might actually somewhere down the road want to marry me. I did this before I met you, when I was single and greatly depraved. So then, without further ado, let's take a look at my top 10 video game women I wish were real together. Shall we? Starting with number 10. Lightning. There were other options in Final Fantasy XIII, but I went with her because Vanille's sorta ditzy, Sarah is sorta useless, and Fang, oh yeah, the tattoo. Lightning is a true gem, beautiful and bold, with a kick-ass first, think about consequences later attitude. She is both graceful as well as ungodly pissed all the time. Taking a guy twice her size? Why not? Face off against unthinkable odds? Sure! She sees a horde, simply answers the call, and she's on her way. Granted, her name is actually Claire, and she prefers killing the world before trying to save it, but it's all for her little sis. Did I mention she's voiced over by Ali Hillis? Who, amongst many other credits, is the voice of Lara? There's your Mass Effect insertion. Also, she uses her gunblade as both gun and blade, so that should make Spoonie happy. Or not. Lightning, you can strike me down whenever you need. Number 9. Chun-Li. There have been many fine specimens in the Street Fighter series, but my loyalties lie with the original, the matriarch of fighters. Since she first appeared in Street Fighter 2, I've used her, in the gaming sense. Both gorgeous and virtuous, Chun-Li manages to remain feminine while beating major booty. Bound to finding those who killed her father, Chun-Li sports the traditional Chinese garb and those massive, magnificent legs. She knows Kung Fu, and such sweetness somehow mustered countless rivals. In one game, she had Vega, Balrog, Juri, Gen, and even the hardly known Crimson Viper. Any woman with so many after her must be worth the trouble. My delightful little Pisces from the Far East, Chun-Li, you always hold a special place in my heart. Number 8. Lara Croft. Duh! However, I'm not talking the one-dimensional polygon version of a lady who is barely clothed in the Himalayas. I mean the new Lara Croft from the recently released Tomb Raider reboot. We see this beautiful, buxom madame surviving even the most ludicrous of odds, turning her from a precocious know-it-all into a woman so hardcore she bakes an ancient Japanese soul-sucking queen with a fucking torch! That's serious. Lara can nail an arrow in your head without you knowing it, and looks so fine in the process. Having gone through so many facelifts, this last one, minus the brutal death scenes, seems to be the most perfect in both looks and personality. Now, if only they can come up with a suitable live-action likeness, I nominate Lucy Pinder. And leave it at that. Lara Croft, you've been right, now you're truly righteous. Number 7. Mileena. This appeals more to my darker side. In a world where all the women have perfect bodies, wear swimwear into battle, do actual pole dancing maneuvers, their creators don't believe in brasiers, or the scientific law that requires such boobacious women to wear brasiers, Mileena stands out. Why? Granted, she could never actually be real, what with her cat-like eyes and Baraka mouth. Cloned using Edonian and Tarkatan DNA, this chick is simply animalistic and stupidly hot. Let's actually break it down though. She's a princess, so she has wealth and power. She's manufactured, so you know you'd be her first. She's freaky as hell and kicks some serious tail. She actually fights in tape. Look at it! By the way, how does she finish you off again? Ah yes, Melina. If that was the last thing I see, that's fine by me. Number 6. Bethany Hawk. I know I did a video tribute to Meryl on my CD Bookman gaming channel, but that's because, against the wishes of the many that feel incest is best in Thetis, you can't romance Hawk's sister. Well, Bethany may be Hawk's sister, but she ain't my sister. This gorgeous, voluptuous specimen of 3D rendered, lithium-built pillar of femininity is so sweet, so endearing, so lovable, and so loyal. Willing to go through the slums to fend off mercs in order to find evidence proving her mother still owns an old mansion, Bethany loves her family unconditionally. If you choose not to take her to the Deep Roads expedition, she gets captured by the Templars. After you bring her back to the party for the final showdown, she is a kick-fuck empowered mage that can wipe out a city block. Oh, by the way, what is revealed in her exchange with Isabella?
I never... You're a virgin.
I'm in love with an illusion. Considering innocents are as unrealistic where I live as Melina, Bethany is quite a graphical dream. Number 5. Jill Valentine. Many beauties have fought Capcom's endless zombie apocalypse throughout the years, or impeded upon you doing it yourself. But the original undead killer has one original killer babe. Jill is not only the master of unlocking, she can wield a fucking grenade launcher. Even the mighty Chris can't do that. Jill Valentine has gone through so much throughout the years, including changes in her look. Both the live-action actresses in the first installment and the movie were nice. The video game version is even better. Fully capable but willing to do what she can to protect her partner, Jill Valentine is all about faithfulness. Whether blonde, brunette, your sidekick, or kicking your ass, there are very few that can top old Jill. Her real winning attribute? She's a paisan. That's all that matters in the end. Speaking of which, number 4. Claudia Aditori di Firenze. There isn't much the Assassin's Creed franchise has produced, but what little there is comes straight out of Assassin's Creed 2. Ezio was awesome, as well as his sister. Claudia, the beautiful, pure Italian Catholic Spitfire, was allowed one man, and Ezio beat the shit out of him. Throughout all of her trials, her family being executed, caring for her non-talking mother, maintaining finances, running a goddamn brothel, and ultimately becoming an assassin herself, Claudia did what she could for her brother. She had a take-charge attitude that stayed with you despite her small role in the overall games. Some might call her a brat, but perhaps I like a little attitude.
Our uncle is un mostro. This is outrageous.
What's happened?
He's making me work.
Oh
Since
yes,
someone
complain,
decided
complain, oh!
Great. More work
I
for
apologize.
me. Well, benissimo.
Claudia Aditori di Firenze. I wished you were real since I first laid eyes on your graphical interface. Number 3. Tali Zora Vas Normandy. I know, Mass Effect again. Granted, there were lots of fine females to choose from. However, Ashley turned her back. Liara only came around when she was trying to be the fucking shadow broker. Miranda takes attachment unwell, and Jack, whoa! None are as adorable, sweet, loving, innocent, and caring as Tali. None are as loyal as Tali. During an all-out battle on a planet by an exploding sun, her only thought is,
I wish Shepard were here.
when told to stay with Shepard in 3, her response is,
Okay.
no compromise, no conditions. I've heard people's complaints of how unmasked she's a shocked, ridiculously beautiful woman, but Javik said even Protheans found Quarians attractive. Protheans don't find anything attractive! Always at your side, willing to sing for you, Tali's love inspired me to make a 15-minute tribute. She is worth playing through 90 hours for all the payoff. Oh my Tali. If somewhere you did actually exist, you'd make me reconsider my commitment to holding out for Cristina da Basso. Or a young Ornella Moody. Or a 20-year-old Monica Bellucci. What? I want to have kids. It seems hard to top Tali, but we get to number 2. Midna. At first glance, she seems like a strange-looking thing with a bad attitude. You'll wonder what the hell I'm thinking about. Let's dissect it constructively. She really just wants what's best for her people. Initially, yes, she's a vengeful, condescending bitch, but there's charm in what she says. As she grows, Midna becomes one of the most helpful, lovable, caring, and memorable characters in the series' history. When you see what she can do with that dark power mask... Whoa, baby, I need to get me one of those! Towards the end, Midna is irresistible in the personality sense. You'd love to see Link with this strange imp, even though they don't appear to be the same species. When it's ultimately revealed she's a blue-skinned, living Indian goddess in her true form, I am sold on Midna. The name alone is enough. Midna, how I love you. And now, the number 1 video game women I wish truly existed. Samus Aran. Before video game heroines were scantily clad and doing provocative dances, there was Samus, kicking ass with an arm cannon, chozo armor, and a steel nerve. Back when women were usually helpless in gaming, Samus took on all comers. Infused with the technology of a dead race, Samus lost her parents to Ridley. She didn't pout, she didn't cry, she owned! Long, dynamic, beautiful, and respectful of herself, Samus goes in headfirst looking for a fight. She is fully capable, self-reliant, independent, and men? The only males in her life are commanding officers and space pirates. She burst onto the scene, wiping out Mother Brain and giant parasitic organisms. She survived explosions, losing equipment functionality, phase-on poisoning, and a wicked doppelganger. Many made issues about her makeup in Other M when she was chatty and looked less like the Samus we grew accustomed to and more like a blonde Aria Giovanni. Even so, she still took on everything in sight. She is the best, brightest, and most bodacious babe to grace us gamers that has ever been created. All hail Queen Samus, the woman I wish more than any other really existed. And that's all for my top 10 video game women I wish really existed. But leave your comments, let me know what you thought about my particular list. As for me, I have to continue with my Dragon Age 2 playthrough. Ah, I can dream, can't I? Thank you all for watching. I have more for you soon to come. So stay tuned, take care, and have a great day.
On your life, I'll take the pain from your stride. Won't you surrender to me? Empty roads are up ahead, empty forest turns to red, empty house, what will it be? It gives another to push it down. It takes another to be the right sound. You'll never